Shalom. I want to give our praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, great males, on the well. Peace and salutation, honor, Akim, pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. And this is going to be a real brief video, man. I was inspired to do this off the beloved elder Ashiar, one of our leaders of our camp here in GMS Charlotte, man. Through the Spirit, he did a quick little skit on this demon, Vocab Malone, which he finally admitted that he was hired by the government, by the Jesuits, to try to demonize us, man. Basically. So I'm gonna just let this skit play, and I'm gonna grab a few scriptures, and Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson, man.
Private Eye Figure, how should I? How may I help you? Oh, he's black. Call him a coon. Call him a coon. Works every time. Call him a coon. Yes. Private Eye for Yahushua at your service. Shalom, Holmes.
My name is John Mark Reeser. I'm enrolled at Phoenix Seminary in the Master of Arts of Biblical Leadership program. My name is John Mark Reeser.
All your videos are against Muslims and Hebrew Israelites because secretly, you're trying to link us to terrorism. We know who you are. You're an agent. You're a so-called Jew, man. And your time is up, Jack.
That's right.
Bring it up. Yeah.
Like, how did you get into this? I'm just super curious to know, like, what led to all this.
Well, one day I was chilling, and I heard a knock on the door, and it was a man in a black suit, and he said, "I'm a Jesuit, and we want to hire you. We've got some Vatican money." And I said, "Okay, do you have any other credentials?" And he also told me he worked for the FBI, and I was in. Yes. Private Eye for Yahushua at your service. Shalom, Holmes. They generally don't like the term black in front of it. They view it as racist, although that's anachronistic, or it's retconning, I'll say that instead, because in their own history, they used to call themselves black Israelites. But more and more, they actually view it as racist. So I just say Hebrew Israelites, usually with quotation marks, because it's a contentious phrase or ID.
We know who you are. You're an agent. You're a so-called Jew, man. And your time is up, Jack.
That's right.
One day I was chilling, and I heard a knock on the door, and it was a man in a black suit, and he said, "I'm a Jesuit, and we want to hire you. We've got some Vatican money." And I said, "Okay, do you have any other credentials?" And he also told me he worked for the FBI, and I was in.
Hey, real quick, this is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth but for the truth, man. So this devil, Vocab Malone, has been coming against the ministry for the last going on probably about 5 years, man. And he's just been getting cut. He even had a campaign where he was just going around to various camps trying to demonize brothers and trying to come up with the scriptures, but he was getting tore down, man. But now he has to try to demonize us in his so-called seminars and things like that, because he can do nothing against the truth, man. He's getting exposed, man. And then with him even saying that, his own tongue is falling upon himself, man. This is Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. This is what he did. He made his own tongue to fall upon himself, man. He in the spirit knows that he was set up, and he knows that we knows he was set up, man. Because he even came out that he's going to the NFL teams that taught the players and things like that. That's thinking about converting to Hebrew Israelism. Like he tried to say Hebrew Israelism. Nah, this is our heritage. Converting, no, they're coming back to their nationality. He's trying to come against them trying to come back to their nationality because they're hearing they having talks in the locker rooms and things like that. So they hired him to come to try to sway people, man. But at the end of the day, you can do nothing against the truth before the truth, man. You done, Esau. John Mark Reiser, you're done. And it's tacky how these elites used you, because you failed. You dropped the ball, man. You was a spiritual punching bag. You actually helped bring forth more Akim to the faith. When they see how horrible you was an example of how horrible Christianity is, man. And you was left to try to revive the Christianity. You failed. That was terrible. That was terrible, man. You've been a spiritual punching bag throughout the years, man. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 15. Well, I start at verse 14. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before thou ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay or resist, man. And that's the spirit of the Lord, man. Every way you try to come up and wiggle your way in, we cut you down, man. And it come to the Gentiles, it come to Esau's done away with all this madness that you try to come up with. We cut you down, man. And we cut you down with what? The Bible, which you try to run with. But at the end of the day, that's not your book. You're Amalekite, man. You're our chief enemy, and you're trying to cleave into our heritage because you know this is it. Just like the elder Yashawama just said, you're an agent, and you're a small hat, and your time is up, and you know it's up, man. But you're trying to cleave into our word. That's how you know you're a spiritual Haman, man. You're trying to make up these decrees where they're gonna try to come down against the Israelites, man. It's the time of Ezra, not Ezra, but Esther. Even when the time of Ezra, what was going on? You were trying to hinder for us to build. This is the same thing that you're doing, man. You coming in that same spirit, trying to hinder us from the building the tabernacles of David, man, the third temple. And at the same time, the spirit of Haman trying to come up with decrees so we can get put to death out here and get destroyed, man. But the Lord, you can do nothing against the truth before the truth, man. Like we always say, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Real quick. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. When just like the elder Yashawama said, you trying to link us to terrorism. You trying to link us with fucking Muslims. We ain't had nothing to do with that, man. We're Hebrew Israelites, and we don't prefer ourselves black. Hebrew Israelites is various different shades of brown, and also different colors, man. Like Yahweh said, my heritage to me is a speckled bird, and you look at a speckled bird has different various shades of colors, man. Come on, man. And we have different. What about the northern tribe, the Latinos, Native American, and Hispanics? They're not black. And you know that. We made videos years back of all the Latin brothers making videos, Vocab and My Black. Even the so-called the brothers that look like Edomites, that their lineage goes back to Israel. They made videos saying Vocab and My Black, showing that cut down that so-called black Hebrew Israelites. Because we know that you're just trying to categorize us and put us in a box, because that's what you devils do. You're trying to put us in a box so you can label us and click us to terrorism, which is tacky as hell. Because we already know this is part of your plot and your scheme, man, the demonization. We know it's coming, but the way you go about it, Esau, you're tacky as hell, man. You play the fuck out, man. And read it again, 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to pulling down the strongholds, man. This is what we're doing, man. It's mighty through Yahweh pulling down the strongholds that you damn devils been planning on manipulating the minds of the Negro Latino Native Americans with this Christianity, with this so-called Pentecostal, with these so-called other denominations that had nothing to do with the Bible, man. And then you're trying to cleave into our heritage, and you're not part of it, man. And then you're mad. Like, at the end of the day, take that up with Yahweh. Because at the end of the day, this is the Lord's movie. This is the Lord's movie, man. This is his movie. And at the end of the day, the Israelites will be the underdog and will rise up and be back on top. What you seeing, man? There's nothing you can do against the truth before the truth, man. You're done. You're finished. You're exposed. You're an agent, and you're tacky, man. And your plots and your schemes didn't work, man. In the verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh. And that's what we're doing. All these false ass idols, all the name Jesus, all that madness, it comes together. Jesus and Christianity are a package, man. The name itself comes with that denomination, which led our people into more straits, more position of difficulty believing on so-called white Jesus when he has nothing to do with us, man. That's an idol. That's a false god. It says casting down the imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh and bringing into captivity every thought to obedience of Mashiach. And that's what you're seeing. That's what you don't like. You see us, we turning our people back to the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and that upsets you. Because why? As that's happening, your society is gradually falling before your eyes. Because you can see that your world is falling, it's through. And that's why they set you up, because they could see that we have been a thorn unto these devil's side, going on the highways and hedges, tell them that he's going down. That's why the scripture said they hated him and rebuked him at the gate. These devils hate us out there on the highways and hedges as well, much as these niggas, because we're telling them that their society is done. And Esau, Edom, you're finished. Your agents are done. You can't do nothing against the truth before the truth, man. You can't gainsay, resist the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. That's sharper than any two-edged swords, man. Let's get that. Hebrews 4:12. We're cutting you people up, man, with this word. Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing sunder of soul and spirit and joints of marrow, and its discernment of thoughts and the intents of the heart. And this is why you devils are hurt, because you're actually spiritually cut. Because everything we're saying is coming out the Bible, and it shows that there's no salvation for Esau. The Edomites are not done away with. They're going into captivity, and all the other nations is going into captivity as well. Your new world order will fail. And Yahweh Shai will return and destroy this world, man. And that cuts these devils. And this is why they set up agents like John Mark Reiser, which was a failure. That was terrible. It was tacky. He was terrible. He was played out. And he failed. He came up with his so-called apologistic, whatever madness he come up with. And it failed, man. And what you see, the man of the Yahweh Shemel Shai waxing stronger and stronger through the spirit, man. Because this is doing up. We're keeping us on point, sharpening our sword, man. Sharpening our sword is what? The scriptures, get more built up in the spirit. And that's what you're seeing taking place, man. So, hey, man, like we say, vocab, neither you know it or not, you actually be helping push forth the gospel, which you trying to demonize us, because at the end of the day, you have more Israelites that's starting to wake up and question your narrative and why you're going the way so hard you're going towards them, and all they doing is reading the Bible, man, showing that you're nothing but a damn demon, and you expose yourself, man. So, hey, the end of the day, call on Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bashem Kakodash, all praise to Yahweh Shai, because this is his movie, and guess what? Your kingdom's done, man. Shalom.